And good morning once again to all the participants, and good evening if there is any participant from this part of the world where I am at this moment in US. It's 11:30 p.m. over here, late night, when I'm speaking to you. Okay, let's start with the session. And let me tell you on the onset, the intention of this session is not to make you a psychometrician. To become a psychometrician, it's a very long study, very extensive long study. We require 3 to 5 years of in-depth work in the area. But my intention over here is to help you to understand if we need assessment. First of all, why we need assessment. Second, if we need assessment, then how we should go picking up the right instrument, or in layman term we call test, like right test for the right purpose. I just recollect a case, which say, for example, you get a case. Let's start with the case, and then I will be also having activity the way I did yesterday, some activity, so that you and me can be at the same level interacting. Say, for example, a father came to you for a career counseling or guidance or development for his child, and father came with a very fixed mindset that he wants his child to be a mechanical engineer. And when you interacted with the child, you had your 1 session, 2 session, 3 session, whatever you think is most appropriate for you to understand, and you try to understand the entire history, taken all case study, taken all the parameters into consideration. Then you came to the judgment that the child is suitable in fashion technology rather than mechanical engineering. And if you're suggesting to the father, listen, as per my experience, my understanding of your child, looking his interest, his personality or aptitude, attitude, blah blah, all kind of things, whatever you take into consideration, which I will come slowly, I will come to that point. My conclusion as a coach that your child is more suitable for fashion technology rather than as a mechanical engineering. Say, if you are saying this to the father, obviously you will agree with me, father will not be happy with that, because father had come to you with a very preconceived concept to get the career for child in the area of mechanical engineering. And father told you that when the child was born 17 years back, the day he was born or she was born, I had made up my mind that he or she would be a mechanical engineer. Because if he become mechanical engineer, this will make me happy. Why it will make me happy, father said, because my own father wanted me to be a mechanical engineer, which I could not. When I could not fulfill the desire and wishes of my dad, I thought it's a good opportunity. I make my child mechanical engineer so that my father or the child will make his grandfather happy with that. And you as a career coach find, no, that's not the right choice for the child. The right choice, looking the interest, looking to the orientation style, looking to the all the parameters which are essential to become fashion technology, the child have that. A child is more suitable for fashion technology. Now, my question to you, how to handle the father in such case? If you insist the father that no, your child is not suitable for fashion technology, not suitable for mechanical engineering, only fashion technology, obviously the child father is not happy with that. And father keep on insisting that no, I want, if I have to give donation, get him admission any place in the country or abroad, no problem, I can get him admission in mechanical engineering. That's not a problem for me. But not in fashion technology. How to convince? My question to you, how to convince? Think over it. Or first of all, tell me, what do you think? Is father wrong who wants his child to be mechanical engineer? Is father wrong or father right? What comes to your mind? Father insists for mechanical engineering, you find no, it's not suitable. What do you think? Is the father wrong or right? Be honest. As such kind of cases, you will get very, very often, let me tell you, where there will be incompatibility what you think, what the family wants. A father may say, the child have three siblings, all are engineers. My family is full of engineers. I want him to be engineer. Or by making him engineer, I will be making my own father happy. Because he wants me to be engineer, which I could not become. Yes, I can see a couple of you are written wrong, father wrong. But if you ask me as a psychologist, not only as a career coach, I will say no, father had the right. Father is not wrong. The father's psyche is not wrong at all. That's his child. And when I talk with the child, I find child interest are in fashion technology. But child says, I know my interest in fashion technology. I love fashion technology as a career, but I will still join mechanical engineering. Because by joining mechanical engineering, I'm going to make my dad, my family proud of me. Because by this process, I will fulfilling the desire and wishes of my parents. That's the child is saying. No, the conflicts come. Your assessment, your observations, your interactions, you are getting information about the child. You are coming to the conclusion, fashion technology. But father wants you to suggest mechanical engineering to the child. So this conflicts. And these kind of conflicts very, very often. As a coach, you can say, but I will avoid saying, but still, you can say, is my assessment, my 30-year experience, my 20-year experience, handling so many thousands of clients like this. I always find my judgment, my direction given to the child and the family is always right, in the right direction. You can say, but the child can say, father can say, how can you make judgment about a child in 2 sessions or 3 sessions or 1 hour each? I know my child from last 17 years. I know my child. I still feel my child is more suitable in the mechanical engineering profession. Father making that statement. The conflicts comes between career coach, but very, very often you will get this kind of conflicts. And you have to be, first of all, otherwise father can say, which will happen, you will find. And if some of you are practicing already, you must have seen it also. That your assessment and the father's desire assessment differ. They are incompatible. Yeah, I can see a lot of you are giving a lot of information to me. Father should be made aware. Father should... No, question comes. Father says, it's fine. You are making your assessment. Then the father start questioning your assessment. He start questioning it. How can you make assessment in 3 sessions or 4 sessions? I know my son much better than you know how to convince. And he start questioning. The father may start questioning your own assessment. They question your assessment is not appropriate. Your instrument of assessment, whatever way method you're using for assessment, are not accurate. So first of all, the most important thing for you is to make accurate assessment before trying to lay down the foundation for the parents or the guardians or the parent, father. You have to be very clear about assessment. Why it's important? Why is assessment important? It is really important. Now let's see a question which I'm going to give you a small activity of close-ended question. You remember yesterday I talked about close-ended question, open-ended questions. I'm going to give you close-ended question. Close-ended question is that question where options are given, categories are listed. You have to pick the one most appropriate entity from there. Like yesterday, I give you an example of a agree, disagree, undecided, strongly agree, undecided, disagree, strongly disagree. 2 choices, 3 choices, 5 choices. So with the same procedure, I will be starting today in front of you. Here is my question which coming. First, listen to the question only, then answer. To construct a multi-story building, the most important focus in the mind of the building contractor should be. I'm not going to give you open-ended questions. That means I'm going to list in front of you the options and want you to pick up the option which is most important. I've seen somebody already answered. You are not listening what I'm saying, it means. I said, listen to, I'm not giving the option. You start giving the option from your own side. It means you're converting the close-ended question to the open-ended question. Okay? Always start with the close-ended. Yesterday, if you remember, I told you, start with the close-ended, go to the open-ended. If they need it, again go to the close-ended. Then go to the open. It's a starting point to the close-ended. So that means when I'm saying close-ended, you need the option from me. I'm going to give you the options now. So to construct multi-story building, the most important focus in the mind of the building contractor should be identify the one which comes to your mind. Know your time to answer. Identify the one which comes to your mind. Building map is most important. Most important, I'm saying. Foundation, strong foundation is the most important. Multi-story, 10-story, 20-story. Manpower is the most important thing. The material is the most important thing. What comes to your mind? Know your answer. You are rightly giving me the answer. Great. I can see the answers coming largely in the area of foundation. Some are giving map. Map is there. Yes, map is on the paper. If you have the beautiful map on the paper, can you construct a building on that? Can you build 20-story on the sheet of paper? You can't. That map is just a direction. If you must have seen any building construction going on near to your house where you live. First of all, the contractor is trying to make what? Strong. The foundation. Foundation to be very strong. Not all. In multiple choice question, you have to pick one, not all the option answer. One of them is the most important compatible. The most important thing is the foundation. If foundation is strong, then easily you can build 10-story or 20-story on that. If foundation is weak, you have a beautiful map, you have a money, you have a material, you have a manpower, and foundation is not that strongly made. And if you build 20-story building, I hope you will agree with me, there's a possibility that building might collapse in 2 years' time, or maybe during the construction time, which happen many of the time. When building is under construction, it collapses. You must be reading in the newspaper also, on the electronic media also, the flyover which were under construction in that very area of the city collapsed before completion, or collapsed just after a few days before inauguration, or after a few days after inauguration, because the foundation was not very strong. So foundation is the most important thing which is always in the mind of the building contractor. Couple of you have given us the answer. Okay, so one thing, you have identified foundation. If that's true, then likewise, no question to you, likewise, for a career coach, the focus is lifespan career decision making. Agree, disagree? For a career coach, you are fixing up the career, you're helping someone to have a career, not for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years down the line, for next 30 years or 40 years of his life or our life. So for a career coach, the focus is a lifespan. And your answer? Agree. You agree with me? Thanks. So henceforth, as a career coach, the focus should be in your mind a lifespan over next 30 years from today, next 40 years from today. Okay, if that's true, focus is there in your mind for lifespan perspective, then to achieve the desired goal, coach should need to focus on what? Then you should focus on what? If you want lifespan perspective, then the focus should be on what? Think over it. No, here is open-ended question. To achieve the desired goal of lifespan, either the agreement between you and me, that focus should be on foundation. Foundation means knowing your client, knowing accurately, as much as accurately possible, your client. Okay? That is accurate assessment of the client. If your assessment is accurate, then you want to know the personality of the client. You want to know the attitude of the client, the intellectual ability of the client, the orientation style of the client, the interest and aspiration of the client. You want to know the client. But the question comes, if you want to assess the assessment, if you want to assess the personality of the client, if you just Google it just now, you may find there are 100 instruments are available to assess personality. Like somebody written on the chat, I see ability and aptitude. Aptitude. How to assess the aptitude? If I try to Google it, I may find about 20 instruments are there globally used across the globe to assess the aptitude of the client, ability of the client. 20. Am I going to employ all 20 instruments? Interest of the client. How to assess it? With a good instrument. That is one of the common drawback of psychometric testing in the corporate environment is that anyone can administer them. That's not true. People think anyone can do the psychological assessment. No, you need a proper training for that, for which I'm going to spend some time today, and subsequently, when you come advanced master, we will train you further on the assessment, how to do it. Sorry for a moment. This is one of the common drawbacks, that anyone can administer it. No. The second common drawback is that anyone can debrief or interpret the results. No. You need a proper training to interpret the result. So the main thing in front of you at this moment is, to my mind, is to have effective outcome, assessment to be very effective. And there are few criteria that you must follow. Kindly note down the criteria, then I will talk on each one in detail with you at this today. Choose the right test for the right purpose from the thousands of tests out there in the market. There are thousands of tests are there. Like to go to the shop to buy a cloth, to clothes shop. There are so many clothes are there, then picking a right one for your interest, color, fabric, blah, blah thing, that's a challenge. Similarly, as I said, if you just Google it just now, personality assessment, you may find 20, 30, 40 instruments are there. Question comes, can I employ them for assessment or not? My answer, no, you can't employ it. You need to understand which instrument to be used, which instrument is not to be used. What are the drawbacks in each and every instrument? Which one is the right for the purpose? So choose the right test for the right purpose from the thousands of tests out there in the market. For this, following are the ingredients. There are 5 ingredients which you keep in mind. That is standardization process. I will explain you. Item properties. There are 4 item properties. That is item difficulty, item discrimination, item reliability, and item validity. In psychometric language, psychological assessment language, we don't call questions. Like yesterday, which I give you question 1, 2, 3. In psychometric language, they are not the question. They are the item 1, item 2, item 3. So terminology used is the item which is meant for statement or the question which have been asked to the client. Clear? So there are 4 properties related with the item, that is item difficulty, item discrimination, item reliability, and item validity. I will explain you, don't worry. I'm trying to make it minimum technical as much as possible, in simple language for you. The third property, which is ingredient, is test reliability. 4th, test validity. 5th, test norms. These are the 5 fundamental ingredients. So whenever you're picking up any instrument for the assessment purpose, kindly check these 5 properties. I will explain you these 5 properties. So I will see whether the instrument has followed standardization process or not. What is that? I'm coming. The item which have been used for assessment, whether they're fulfilling the properties of difficulty, discrimination, reliability, and validity or not. Yes or no. Okay. How to do it? I'm coming to that. Then test reliability. When I say test reliability, that means entire. Suppose there are 20 questions in an instrument, 20 items in an instrument. So item property means item reliability, item difficulty, discrimination, reliability, validity of item 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 20. When I say test validity, reliability, then I'm talking about 20 as a whole, entire instrument as a whole. Test validity, again for entire instrument as a whole, and test norms. So these are the 5 ingredients which we will check. Now, say for example, there are 50 instruments are there available in the market to assess personality of the client. Okay. Now I will see by the 50 instruments which have been identified, how many instruments follow the standardization process, how many have not. The instruments which have not followed the standardization process, obviously I will delete from my list. Okay. I will check the standardization process for all the 50 tests available to me. Then I will check for the which have followed this property or not. Standardization process, here is standard process. Standardization process is a scientific method of development, construction, and standardization of the instrument. Standardization process should follow all these steps. Like if you remember, 2019 we got the COVID. That time there was no vaccine available. It's a panic throughout the world. But then it takes a year or 2 years come with the vaccine. We came with different vaccine, and only those vaccines get approved internationally which follow the standardization scientific procedure of assessment and evaluation. Impact has been seen on the people. Once they find this vaccine is fair enough, comes to all the parameters of the scientific processing, only those are retained, others are thrown out. So standardization process, the first thing standardization process will tell us the universe on which the instrument has been developed. When I say universe means, say for example, you find The instrument has been developed on a population of the age of 30 to 40 years of the age. This instrument has been developed on a population of the age of 30 to 40 to set the percentage. My universe, my population is a 12th grade student of the age of 17. Whose percentage I would like to assess? The instrument which is available at my disposal was developed on the population of the age of 30 to 40. Now, my question to you, can I use this instrument for assessment or not? If you can answer me on the chat. Can I use this instrument? This instrument has been developed on the population of 30 to 40 years of age. And my population is 17 years of age. Can I use my instrument? Say, for example, I can see no, yes. No, you can't use it because there should be matching. The instrument I have, like the COVID vaccine first come, when the COVID, you remember the COVID vaccine when it come, it came for the population of the 65 plus. It was not meant for the adult population and the children. Once they tested of the population 18 plus, then came for the 18 plus population. Then tested for the 6-month plus population gradually. Okay, after total rigorous evaluation. So standardization means total evaluation of that. Say for example, Minder instrument. The Minder had developed an assessment instrument which is widely used across for identifying the personality, interest, orientation style, aptitude, emotional intelligence of the client. But when they developed the instrument, they have taken a population of the age of 15 to 17 from rural setting, urban setting, from public school and private schools, and from the tribal area. No, this is a great instrument. I have to assess the percentage of the working population. I have to assess the percentage of the working population. Can I employ the Mindler instrument for assessment of the percent of the working population or not? Can I employ? What's come to your mind? This was developed on the school population from rural setting, urban setting, from gender, boys and girls, from all stream, arts, humanities, liberal science, and so on. It can't. And this information you will get from the standardization process. So looking the standardization process is very important. You are not a test developer, you are not a psychometrician, you are not developing it again and again. I'm saying you cannot use it. So whenever you pick any instrument, check whether they have followed the standardization process or not. If they have followed, okay, great. What is the purpose? The instrument was developed for the career decision making or stream selection. Suppose the instrument was developed for the career decision making. Can I employ the same instrument for stream selection? The instrument was developed for career decision making. Can I use for the stream selection? No. Who will tell you? The standardization process of the instrument will tell you. So you will just cross-examine the standardization process. Clear the first step? This is very important. Which standardization process have the defining of the construct, means whatever you're assessing, what is definition, what is dimensions are there, and let me go to item, how the item has been written, how the item has been screened. So in all these steps should be there up to this level. If all these steps have been followed in a very scientific way, that means this instrument can be considered. I'm not saying should be considered. I'm not saying that. Can be considered based on this standardization process. So out of the 50 instruments of personality available to me, I find there were 30 instruments which have not followed the standardization process. Only 20 had followed it. The standardization for all these steps which I'm putting in front of you. Okay? It followed. That means, no, you are left with how many instruments? There were 50. 30 did not follow that standardization process. You find only 20 followed. So how many instruments you left with to take decision? Initially you have 50. How many? Excellent, 20. So means out of 50 instruments, 30 instruments we drop, we throw into the dustbin because that's not fulfilling my purpose. Only 20 are there. 20 is also a big number. I want only one or maybe two, not 20. Okay. Next, what I will see is very important, on which I'm going to spend 15 minutes with you now. That the item analysis. Item, as I told you, are nothing but the statement of the question. How the item has been analyzed, there are 4 methods for that. That is item difficulty index, item discrimination index, item reliability index, item validity index. So no, for the 20 instrument which are available to me, I will check each instrument, see whether they have followed item difficulty index, discrimination index, reliability index, and validity index or not. What is this? I'm coming to that. What is item difficulty? It refers to the percentage of respondent who responded an item wrongly. Percentage of respondent who responded an item wrongly. In other sense, simple language, it is the, suppose there are 300 people has been given. Suppose you are 300 sitting in front of me. I give you item number 1. Out of the item number 1, 100 of you give the right answer. 200 of you give the wrong answer. 100 of you give the right answer, 200 will give the wrong answer. Then what is the item difficulty index? Item difficulty index will be 200 number of wrong divided by total, that is 300 multiplied by 100. So item difficulty index will be here in front of you. Simple, okay. Say for example, there are 400 individuals gave the test. 120 gave the wrong answer. So item difficulty index would be how much? 120 divided by 400 into 100, that is 30. Suppose 400 people have given the test, item 2, and 200 given the wrong answer. What is the item difficulty index? What is item difficulty? 400 gave, 200 gave the wrong answer. Item difficulty index will be 200 divided by 400 into 100, that is 50%. Say for example, 400 people have been given the item to answer, 10 people give the wrong answer. What is the difficulty index? 10 gave the wrong answer. Difficulty index will be 10 divided by 400 into 100. It will be how much? Come on. 400 gave the test. Yes, it will be 2.5. 10 divided by 400 into 100. Say for example, 400 people have attempted the test and 100 give the wrong answer. What is the difficulty index? 400 attempted, 100 give the wrong answer. Difficulty index will be 100 by 400 into 100, that is 25%. Excellent. Is clear how to calculate? Is it clear? You are not calculating. You are not calculating. You are just checking whether the test developer have given the item difficulty or not. What is the range of item difficulty? The item difficulty ranges from what to what? It ranges from, for 400 people given the test, none of them give the wrong answer. So difficulty index will be excellent. Salim has written excellent 0 to 100. So all have given the correct answer. So 0 by 400 into 100, that is 0. So 400 people given the test, all 400 given the wrong test, it will be 400 by 400 into 100, that is 100. So difficulty ranges from 0 to 100. Minimum can be 0, maximum can be 100. If, say for example, difficulty 0, can I say it's too easy? Yes, no. If difficulty is 0, can I say it's too easy? Because no one is giving the wrong answer. So simple. Suppose everyone give the wrong answer. I've given 400, everyone give the wrong answer. That means this is too difficult. So 0 to 100, 0 near to 0 is easy, 100 or near to 100 is difficult. We will fix the range. Just hold on for a moment. Suppose there are 6, these are the 6 questions I'm giving it to you. No need to give the answer. I just want to know from you, can I presume the question number 1, 256 into multiplied by 2 equal to every one of you know the answer of this question? Can I presume? No need to calculate. Can I presume? I know 512, you're right. Just say yes, no. Can I say if I give to 200 of you sitting in front of me, if I give the item number 1, everyone give me the right answer. Question number 2, I'm presuming that if I give this to you, everyone will give the right answer to me. Yes? Question number 3, if I give it to you, I'm presuming everyone will give me the right answer, almost everyone. 90%, 95%, 98% of you will give the right answer. Question number 4, every one of you will give me almost every one of you will give me the right answer. Question number 5, maybe none of you, maybe 1 or 2, I don't know the answer, maybe you give me the right answer. Question number 5, none of you know the answer. Question number 6, I'm presuming every one of you will give me the right answer. Can I say question number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 are too easy for you? For your level, question 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 are too easy. You agree with me? Question number 5 is difficult for you. Okay, if that's true, here's the data I'm giving you. So these 6 questions, which I've shown you here, these 6 questions have been given to 300 students of standard 5th. In the 5th class, we given the 300 students, we pick up 300 students in a school, given those 6 questions I've shown you. And the results are like this. Question number 1, 39 give the wrong answer, 261 give the right answer, 114 give the wrong answer, 186 give the right answer, 168 give the wrong answer, 132 give the right answer, 4135 give the wrong answer, 165 give the right answer, 5282 give the wrong answer, 18 give the right answer, 693 give the wrong answer, 217 give the wrong answer, right answer. And I've calculated the difficulty. 39 by 300 into 100, 114 by 300, you know how to do it now. You're clear by this. So this is the actual data of 300 children of the standard 5th who have been given those 6 questions, and this is the outcome. Okay? And when I find the difficulty index, the question number 1 having 13 difficulty index, 2 have 38, 3 56, 4 45, 5 94, 6 31. These are the difficulty indexes. And you know how to calculate. You're not calculating, you're checking whether the test developer had calculated or not. Okay. He calculated this, and these are the outcome 13, 38, 56, 45, 94. 31, and this is within the range of 0 to 100. Okay. Should I retain all the 6 questions or not? Should I retain? That's a big issue. Should I retain as a test competition all the 6 questions or not? Range is 0 to, they are between the range of 0 to 100, definitely. You can note down. Item having difficulty index between 0 to 20, having difficulty index between 0 to 20 are too easy, and having between 81 to 100 are too difficult. 0 to 20 are too easy, 81 to 100 are too difficult. Good test is that which have items, is better if you note down. Good test is that which have the item having difficulty index between 21 to 80. 21 to 80. Okay. Good test is that which have difficulty index between 21 to 80. Now, question number 1 having difficulty index of 13. Should I retain this question or delete this question? Remove or retain? Delete this question. This question is too easy. Question number 2, 38. Should I retain or delete? This is between the range of 21 to 80. Excellent. Question number 3. Should I retain? Yes. Question number 4. Should I retain? Question number 5. Should I retain? That's too difficult. 81 to 100. Question number 6. Should I retain? So what are the questions to be retained? The question to be retained to be question number 2, 3, 4, and 6. If question number 1 and 5 are included in the test, it means this test is not the right test for assessment. Am I clear? Oh, that test is the right test which have the difficulty index between 21 to 80. If there is any item which have a difficulty index below 20, 21 and below, 20 and below, or 81 and 100 included, like question number 1 and question number 5. Question 1 is too easy, question 5 is too difficult. If I've included that, that means it's not the right instrument for assessment. Clear? My point is clear? So, good. If the test have question 2, 3, 4, and 6 included, fair enough. This is good enough test as per the item difficulty. There are 4 property: difficulty, discrimination, reliability. I'm coming to other 3 also. Based on the difficulty. So first of all, after studying the portion, you will check those 20 which have shortlisted, how many of them have included the difficulty index within the acceptable range. If any difficulty index have been included beyond the acceptable range, it means that instrument is to be deleted from the list of 20. Maybe you drop 5 more like this. Okay, am I clear at this point? Is it clear? Okay. Now, question number 1, question for that means question. I'm retaining question number 2, question number 3, question number 4, question number 6. Should I retain this order? Should I change the order? What comes to your mind? Should I retain the same order 2, 3, 4, and 6, or should I change the order? Change the order. Why? Which question should be given first? The question given to be first should be question which having the minimum difficulty index. That is, which having a difficulty index of 31. 31 questions should have been given first. Then question with 38 difficulty, that is question number 2. Then question number with 45 difficulty, question number 4. Then 56, question number 3. The order should be 6, 2, 4, 3. That means you start with, if you remember, just I told you, give simple graduate the difficulty of the session. Give a simple one, further difficult, further difficult, further difficult, but that should be within the range of 21 to 80. 21 to 80, one parameter. Second parameter, they should be, the order should be like this. 6 number question should be given first. So change 6 to 1, then 2 to 2, 3 to 4 to 3, and 3 to 4. So the order should be like this. Order is also very important. Say, for example, I'm giving you an instrument and you want to know the difficulty index. I say it's a N.K. Chadda's instrument, widely used. Okay. Chadda. Can you see the difficulty index of the instrument? And I showed you difficulty. There are 20 questions, and these are the difficulty index which I've calculated based on the real data. And to find there is any item which have difficulty less than 20 or below 20 or 81 to 100 included, it means that instrument is not the right instrument. That's the one thing. The second thing, to check whether the simple to difficulty order has been maintained or not. That is the second very important parameter to be retained for selection purpose. Am I clear? Now I'm putting you one question. Think over it and then give answer. Suppose here's a test to assess the personality. The instrument is to assess extrovert, introvert. And you are asking, can I see the difficulty index of these questions? There are 15 questions in that. 1, 5, I say yes. I give you a difficulty index of these questions. Difficulty index was 21, 32, 35, 38, 41, 42, 51, 56, 61, 70, 74, 75, 78. So these are the difficulty index I've given you. 21, 22, 25, 37, up to, starting with 21, all having the order up to 78. So they are within the range, plus they maintain the gradual difficulty order. And this is instrument to assess personality, extrovert, introvert. Are you going to take this instrument for assessment or not, based on item difficulty? I can see 2 no, yes, 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 1 more no. Let me first ask people who say no, why this instrument is not the right instrument? Why you think, based on item difficulty, you think your answer is no? Why? I can see yes. Is follow range 21 to 80, plus it's in the order. I can see one right answer coming from Shelley. Shelley have given the right answer to me, which I read from the no, Alka, personality tests are objective also in nature. There are many. Okay. This instrument is meant to assess the personality. Can personality be right or wrong? Think over it. Can personality be right or wrong? Can you say extroverts are wrong, introverts are right, or the vice versa? No. Personality can never be right or wrong. If personality cannot be right or wrong, how can I calculate the difficulty? Difficulty, number of wrong by total into 100. You are getting me? If I'm saying this is instrument to assess personality, and there the difficulty index I'm giving you, that means, don't you think I'm making you fool? I'm bluffing over here. I read some difficulty there. People may ask, so I just given the values without understanding personality can never be right or wrong. Can interest be right or wrong? If I'm assessing someone's personal interest, can interest be right or wrong? Can it be right or wrong? No. So please, when I say difficulty, this is meant only for intelligence assessment, intellectual ability, aptitude, and ability. IQ, intelligence, ability, and aptitude. Difficulty index cannot be calculated for personality, interest, orientation style, values, attitude. Aptitude is required, but not for the attitude. My attitude towards women empowerment, other person attitude about women empowerment can differ. Both are right. It's our attitude. Okay. So whenever difficulty index is there, is to be related to the intelligence, ability, and aptitude, not for personality. So you must see, you have to apply this notion, because ultimately you are responsible for making assessment. You are giving the outcome to the parents for the child. So you should be accurate in that. The second parameter is item discrimination. Time's up very fast. Item discrimination. Let me just give me a moment time, please. Okay, I got a message just from Prakshit. He said I can take his 10 minutes of his time. Thank you. So I'm 10 more minutes. I got it for you. Good, great. So, okay. So second parameter is the item discrimination. Item discrimination is the ability of the item to differentiate between two extremes. It is the degree and extent to which each item can discriminate between two extremes, like high and low, like high intelligent, low intelligent, like high and low aptitude, like high and low resilient people, and so on. When the two extremes are there, and the item ability, each item capacity to differentiate between two extremes. Suppose there is a test to assess the intellectual ability, and the gifted children, the mentally retarded children. The group of gifted children, group of mentally retarded children, and both are getting the same outcome. It means this test failed to differentiate between the two extremes which are based on the intellectual ability. So discrimination is the capacity of each and every item to differentiate. This is done with the help of chi-square. Don't get bucked up with the concept of chi-square. Some of you may not be. I don't want to give you technical side of that. So chi-square. So each item, discrimination value is calculated with the help of chi-square. Chi-square gives you two results. You can note down two results. One is chi-square significant, other chi-square insignificant or non-significant. When I say chi-square significant, it means if I say item 1 having a chi-square significant, it means this item can differentiate between two extremes. If I say chi-square non-significant, that means this item cannot differentiate between two extremes. So suppose there are two items, item X and item Y. Item X can differentiate between two extremes. Item Y cannot differentiate between two extremes. Item X can differentiate between two extremes. Item Y cannot differentiate between extremes. Which item to be retained in a good test? X or Y? Excellent, great. X, X, X. Means only those items to be retained which have a chi-square significant. If the chi-square is non-significant, item is not to be retained. Great, your answer? No, let's see over here. There are 5 items, say for example, and here are the chi-square value. First item gave a significant chi-square, second gave significant chi-square, third gave non-significant chi-square, fourth gave significant chi-square, fifth gave non-significant chi-square. So should I retain item 1 or not? Item 1, should I retain or not? Retain or reject? Item 1 to be retained. Should I retain item 2? Should I retain item 3? Should I retain item 4? Should I retain item 5? So item 1, 2, and 4 to be part and parcel of the instrument. If item 3 and 5 are included, it means the instrument is not the right instrument, not to be used for selection purpose. It makes sense? Is it making sense? If item 3 and 5 are included, if item with non-significant values are included in the instrument, say bye-bye to that instrument. Give a smile and say thank you. Because ultimately you are responsible. You are doing the assessment. You are reporting to the parent. You are reporting to the child. You are deciding the career path of the child. You are helping the child to. You are responsible, not the test developer. You can't say test developer have done like this. Why you picked up the test? That I'm trying to communicate to you. So only those items are to be retained which have a significant chi-square. If any significant chi-squares are there, and item discrimination is applicable for all kind of assessment, whether it's IQ, whether it's ability, aptitude, attitude, personality, interest, orientation, emotional intelligence, everything. So chi-square is applicable for each and every type of test used for assessment purpose. Am I clear? The two parameters. Kangan, I know I got the message already from PD. I'm going to take 10 minutes of his time. He says, you take my 10 minutes. I said, good. Am I clear? Good. So the two parameters. So you are not calculating. Again, my dear, you are not calculating. You are checking it. Okay, you're not a psychometrician. But maybe sometime in the future you would like to develop your own instrument. Then you have to calculate all these things, which I'm sharing with you. The third item property, the item reliability. Item reliability, nothing but the relationship of items, one item with another item. In other sense, the other name for the item reliability, the inter-item relationship. Okay, suppose there are 5 items. The item reliability will be relationship of item 1 with 2, 1 with 3, 1 with 4, 1 with 5, 2 with 3, 2 with 4, 2 with 5, 3 with 4, 3 with 5, 4 with 5. Clear? What is item reliability? Item reliability, nothing but the relationship of one item with another item. Suppose there are 20 items. So item reliability will be relationship of item 1 with 2, with 3, with 4, with 5, with 6, with 5 to 20. And 2 with 3, 2 with 4, 2 with 5, then 3 with 4, 3 with 5, 4 with 5, and so on. Am I clear? So item reliability is nothing but the inter-item correlation. Relationship of one item with another. So there are 6 items. The item reliability will be item 1 with 2, 1 with 3, 1 with 4, 1 with 5, 1 with 6, 2 with 3, 2 with 4, 2 with 5, 3 with 3, 3 with 4, 3 with 5, 3 with 6, 4 with 5, 5 with 6, and so on. Okay. Item reliability ranges from 0 to 1. The range of item reliability is 0 to 1. Okay. And if the item reliability is 0.6 and above, that means it's a good item. This is a good test having a good item reliability. You will say 0.6 and above. Suppose there is an instrument, there are 3 questions are there. Like you after item discrimination, you find out of the 5, 3 questions are relevant questions. Fine, great. So those 3 questions, question number 1 with 2 having a value of 0.70, 1 with 3 having a value of with 3 having a value of 0.80, and 2 with 3 having a value of 0.75. So they are 0.6 and above. If you find that any value which is less than 0.6 and included, suppose I say item 1 with 3 having a value of 0.45, it's included. It means this is not the right test for assessment purpose based on the item reliability indexes. Clear? So only those items are to be retained which having a relationship with the other item of the tune of 0.6 and above. Minimum value could be 0.0 and maximum can be 1.0. It ranges from 0 to 1. Range from 0 to 1, but only those items are to be retained which are value 0.6 and above. Next item validity, that is nothing but the item test correlation. Suppose there are 5 items are there. Item reliability, which I explained just now, is 1 with 2, 1 with 3, 1 with 4, 1 with 5, 2 with 3, 2 with 4, 2 with 5, and so on. And item validity is the relationship of item 1 with the all 5 taken together. Okay. Item 2 with all 5 taken together. Item 3 with all 5 taken together. Item 4 taken all together, 5 all together. So item reliability with individual item. Item validity is nothing but the item with the total. It also ranges between, like item reliability, ranges between 0 to 1. And only those items have to be retained on item validity which again have, like a reliability, having index of 0.6 and above. If the index of 0.6 and above are retained, that means that's the right validity indexes. Let's make it clear once more, spend another 2 minutes once more. Item reliability is the interrelationship of each item, 1 with 2, 1 with 3, 1 with 4, so on, all possible permutation. Item validity, 1 with the remaining total together, 2 with the remaining total together, 3 with the total remaining together. And item reliability, like item validity, ranges from 0 to 1. Minimum can be 0, maximum can be 1. But if the value is 0.6 and above, they are included. That means this is the right instrument for assessment. If any item included which having index value of reliability or validity less than 0.60, 0.59, 0.58, 0.7 is included, that means this is not the right instrument for assessment purpose. Am I clear? All the 4 property, item difficulty, item description, item reliability, item validity. You check the value. Once you check this value, I can assure you with the guarantee that you will not land up with any kind of error in your assessment. Your judgment assessment will be much more accurate. And you can convince with the data. You can convince the parents also. Why I say fashion technology? Here the data. Here the instrument which have all these indexes. Scientifically has been validated. If you give a scientific answer to the parents, I'm sure any parent would like to accept your answer. If not going to accept there and then in front of you, will think what you're saying. There's a sense, it makes some sense. But still they can take it, still they can go ahead. Or somebody say, please pay. Correlation nothing but the relationship of 1 with 2. Degree of association. Correlation is simple layman term, we call it. It's a degree of association with the one with the other one. One question item with the second item. One with the third. One with the fourth, whatever. If there are 250 items, so you can imagine the number of interrelationship will be 1 with 2, 3, 4, 5, 250, 2 with 3, 4, 5 with all 250, all taken together, but only to be retained those which are 0.6 or above. Am I clear? No, please, we are moving to the next segment, which is very, very important, which is you can say, the important for any assessment instrument, that is test reliability and test validity. Now, earlier I had talked about the item reliability, each question. Okay, now I'm talking about the test reliability. And here, test reliability is, just see the definition in front of you, and then I will explain you in very simple language, don't worry. A test is known to be reliable when it gives consistent, underline the mark the word consistent, score from one equation to the another equation of assessment. So reliability is the consistency of the result. Okay, say for example, my watch at this time over here in US is showing 12:23 midnight. It's a 12:23 at this moment, midnight over here. And when I checked my time on my watch, I checked with the US time over here, US television time. I switch on the US television. I find US television also showing 12:23. My watch is showing 12:23. Tomorrow, again I check my watch at the same time. I find my watch is showing 2:23, and through the US Standard Time is also 12:23. Third day again I check my watch. I find my watch is showing 12:23, and Standard Time over here is also showing 12:23. This is one example. Second example, I check my watch, which is showing 12:23 at this moment today, Monday, and when check the US Standard Time, it's at 12:23. Next day, when I switch on, I saw my watch is showing 12:28. When I switch on the Standard Time, US time is 12:23. My watch is showing after 24 hours 12:28, not 12:23. Okay. I corrected my watch. Third day again, I checked my watch. My watch is showing 12:28 when US time is 12:23. So my first watch showing zero error in 24 hours. 12:23, 12:23, 12:23. The second watch showing 12:23, 12:28, corrected again 12:28. Means second watch is going 5 minutes faster in 24 hours. First watch is showing zero error, is going 0 second faster in 24 hours. The first watch, second watch is going 5 minutes faster in 24 hours. So I want to know from you, can I say my both watches are reliable watches? Watch 1 and watch 2? Can I say both are reliable or not? I can see, no, 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 no. But my dear, my answer is yes, 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 yes. My watch, my first watch, see the definition. See the definition of reliability. Consistent. My watch, first watch is showing consistent zero error. My second watch is showing 5 seconds consistently. My second watch is also consistent. I know it's faster in 24 hours by 5 minutes. This is the reliability. This is test reliability. This is not a layman reliability. Am I clear? For both watches are reliable watches. My watch 1 as well as watch 2. Make sense? What is the time there in India at this moment? Anyone can write the time. It's a 9:57. Let me prove it's at 10 a.m. Okay? It's at 10 a.m. over here. As you check the India Doordarshan time, as you find that's also 10 a.m. Tomorrow again, you switch on the Doordarshan time and 10 a.m. you check your watch. Your watch is showing 10:05 a.m. Third day again, you check at 10 a.m. Doordarshan time. Your watch is showing 10:10 a.m. First day 10 a.m. Second day 10:05 a.m. Third day 10 a.m. Fourth day 10:15 a.m. Can I say this watch is a reliable watch or not? Reliable or not? This is reliable. Going 5 minutes faster in 24 hours. It's a consistent. That is the meaning of consistency over here. Okay? Read the definition. A test is known to be reliable when it gives consistent score from one equation to another equation of assessment. Make sense now? Let's forget for the time. And test validity. What is test validity? The accuracy and predictability of the test. I will explain you in a very simple language. Just note down this second point. Test measure what it intend to measure when compared with a standard criterion. Test measure what it intend to measure when compared with a standard criterion. No, my first watch, which showing 10:23, 10:23, sorry, 12:23, 12:23, 12:23. Can I say this watch is a valid watch? Can I say this watch is a valid watch? 10:23, 10:20, sorry, 12:23, 12:23, 12:23. It measured time. When compared with standard continuous, US standard time is same. My second watch, which was showing 12:23, then 12:28, then again 12:28. Can I say this watch, second watch is valid? Second watch is valid watch? Can I say no? My second watch measuring time, but when compared with the standard time, it's not. First watch was a reliable watch. First watch was a valid watch. The second watch was a reliable watch, but not the valid watch. Can you say different? Say, for example, you are saying it's at 10 a.m. As you switch on Doordarshan, you find 10 a.m. Tomorrow again, Doordarshan time 10 a.m. You check your watch is at 10 a.m. Third day again, to Doordarshan time 10 p.m. Your watch at 10 a.m. Fourth day again 10 a.m. Your watch at 10 a.m. Can I say this watch is a valid watch? Can I say it's a valid? Can I say it's a reliable? This watch is a reliable watch as well as valid watch. Am I clear? Suppose, okay, suppose your watch is 10 a.m. Doordarshan is 10 a.m. When you switch on the Doordarshan, second day at 10 a.m., your watch is showing 10:05 a.m. Third day, when you check the Doordarshan 10 a.m., your watch is showing 10 a.m. Fourth day, when you check Doordarshan 10 a.m., your watch is showing 10:15 a.m. Can you say this watch is not a valid watch? Second watch? But this is a reliable watch. Yes, this is reliable, consistent. Make sense? Clear the meaning of reliability validity? And reliability validity ranges between 0 and 1. And good test is that which have a reliability index of 0.8 and above. Test reliability, I will explain you further. Don't worry. But to make it further clear, I have another time. So for the item reliability, index was 0.6 and above. For test as a whole, the index is 0.8 and above. And validity also index is 8 and above. So for the entire test validity and test reliability, index is 0.8 and above. For each item, index is 0.6 and above. Now, here is the test. Let's see whether you follow what I want to say. Suppose there are two tests, test A and test B. Test A having a reliability of 0.87, test validity of 0.80. Test B having a reliability of 0.82, validity of 0.87. Clear? Now I want to know, I have to use the both tests are to assess personality, say for example. Which one should I employ for assessment? Test A or test B? Test A have a reliability 0.87, validity 0.80. Test B having a reliability which is less, 0.82, and validity 0.87. Which one should I use? A or B? Your answer should be B. Validity 0.87. Validity is more important than reliability. Validity is more important than reliability. You have seen when the test was valid, it was when the watch was valid, it was reliable also. Okay, so validity is more important. So I'm not ignoring reliability. Though reliability 0.82, but validity 0.87. Henceforth, in the test A, validity was 0.80. Reliability was higher, but validity is more important. So I will go for test B. Let's have one more example. Suppose there are two tests, test C and test D. Test C having a reliability 0.80, validity 0.80. Test D having a reliability 0.78, validity 0.95. Which one should I use? D or C? D or C? Definitely not C. Or definitely not D. D cannot be used because minimum value is 0.8 and above for reliability and for validity. Test D, what happened? Reliability 0.78. Though validity 0.95, great, but it's not reliable. It's a valid only. So hence test D is not to be used. Only test C, though it has a reliability of 0.8 and validity of 0.8 at a just start of the range. Because the reliability of D, let's have one more example. Test E and F. Test E having a reliability of 9.90, validity 0.85, and F having a reliability 0.87, validity 0.87. Which one should I use? E or F? No, I'm satisfied because every one of you give me the right answer, F. That means you understand the meaning of reliability pretty well, to my understanding. And that's a motivation. At least I spend late night. It's a meaningful, useful. Anyway, let's have one more slide. Very interesting slide for you people. Suppose I have 3 rooms in my house. Listen very carefully. Okay, you put the pen one side. Just listen. I have 3 rooms in my house. Room 1, room 2, room 3. All 3 rooms having a watch clock hanging. Room 1 have watch, 2 have watch, 3 have watch. On Monday at 9 p.m., I switch on the Doordarshan, India Standard Time. Then I saw watch room 1 was showing 9 p.m., 2 was showing 9:05 p.m., 3 was showing actual time at 9:07 p.m. I corrected. Room 1, 0 error, room 2, 5 error corrected, make 9 p.m., 9 p.m., 9 p.m. Okay. Second day on Tuesday, again, I switch on the Doordarshan time and see what is the actual time in room 1, 2, 3. Room 1 was showing 9 p.m., 2 was showing 9:05 p.m., 3 was showing 9:09 p.m. I again corrected 9 p.m., 9 p.m., 9 p.m. Third day, Wednesday, again I repeated the experiment. I saw the watch, Doordarshan time, I saw room 1, 2, 3 watch. Room 1 watch was showing 9 p.m., 2 was showing 9:05 p.m., 3 was showing 9:06 p.m. Again corrected, I repeated the experiment for clear. So, know my question to you, which you have to answer. If you answer this, then I will be fully satisfied from today's my session. Room 1 watch. Can I say room 1 watch is a reliable watch? Can I say room number 1 watch is a reliable watch? I'm not asking validity, I'm asking reliability. Can I say room number 2 watch is a reliable watch? Can I say room number 1 watch is a valid watch? Can I say room number 2 watch is a valid watch? No. Can I? No, I'm making statement which you note down later on. First listen. I'm making statement. You agree, right? Agree, disagree. When a watch is a reliable, it may or may not be valid. When a watch is reliable, it may or may not be valid. Like rule number 1, watch is reliable, it's a valid. Rule number 1, 2, watch is reliable but not valid. So I'm saying when a watch is reliable, it may or may not be valid. Agree, disagree? It's there in front of you. If you agree, then no, you note down, take your pen or pencil, note down on sheet paper. Any psychological test, when it's a reliable test, it may or may not be a valid test. Any psychological test, when it's a reliable test, it may or may not be a valid test. Okay. Second conclusion. I'm saying when a watch is valid, it has to be reliable. Rule number one, watch is valid, it has to be reliable. Agree, disagree? When a watch is valid, it has to be reliable. If you agree, then write second conclusion. Note down. Any psychological test, when it's a valid test, it has to be a reliable test. Any psychological test, when it's a valid test, it has to be a reliable test. Second conclusion. Okay. Now let's see rule number three. This watch is reliable. Rule number three, watch is not reliable. Is this watch valid? It's not valid. Okay. 907, 909, 906, and so on. So rule number three, watch is not reliable, not valid. So I'm making a statement. When a watch is not reliable, it can never be valid. When a watch is not reliable, it can never be valid. Agree. Rule number three, it's not reliable, it can never be valid. If you agree with me, then write third conclusion. Any psychological test, when it's not a reliable test, it can never be a valid test. Any psychological test, when it's not a reliable test, can never be a valid test. So three conclusions you have written. Number one, any psychological test, when it's a reliable, it may or may not be valid. Second, any psychological test, when it's valid, has to be reliable. Third, any psychological test, when it's not reliable, it can never be valid. And I need tests which are reliable, always valid. Validity is more important. Reliability is equally important, but validity will give me the overedge on the reliability. It presupposes. So good test is that which having a reliability and validity. And next is point 8 and verb, which I explained in earlier 3 slides. And you will give emphasis to the higher value of validity. But definitely reliability should not be less than 0.80. If it's a 0.80 less than, in one of the slides I show you 0.78 and validity 0.95, no problem. I will not take, it's not reliable. The validity is higher, but reliability is not there. Okay. With this, I will conclude with my 3 pertinent questions, which I told you yesterday. Again, I will repeat those questions to you today, but time is not permitting to ask the answer. Maybe you can answer the last one if you like. What we did, why we did, think over it. 1.5 hours, what we did. How you are feeling now. How you are feeling now. Just touch with your feeling. If you want to write, how you feeling? I'm just leaving a. Okay, I will stop it over here. Kangan, I think I've taken your more time. But anyway, PD gave me that time, so I thought let me take it advantage. Okay, good luck to the participants for the remaining sessions, and hope we will interact some other place in the near future. Thank you. I will stop it over here.
Thank you so much, sir. Participants, you know the drill by